start? Do you hear me?
Yes, madam.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear.
Okay, shall we start then?
Yes.
Of course, madam.
Okay, just okay. Good morning. Okay, so I will try now to start the option of recording. Bismillah. So يمكنك تحديد سر التسجيل إيقاف تسجيل. يمكنك تحديد سر التسجيل مرة أخرى. Okay, I'm starting the recording. Okay, I think it works. Okay, so good morning, dear students. I hope you're doing well. So for today, we're going to talk about the pronunciation of suffix endings. So when I talk about suffix endings, I'm talking about the pronunciation of the suffixes. What is a suffix? Suffix is a morpheme that is added to the word. Like when I say I walk, I walked. Okay, I add the ed, which is the suffix of the verb. Okay, the suffix of the past tense in English. So this is what we mean by suffixes. They are morphemes that are attached to the word in the end of like the past morpheme or the past suffix ed, like the s of the plural, like the s of the third person singular. He speaks. S in here is a suffix. It's a morpheme indicating the third person singular. When I say cat, cats, s in here is the plural morpheme or the plural suffix. So for today, we're going to see the pronunciation of suffix endings, and especially, okay, the s of third person singular or the plural s, and the ed of the past tense. So to do this, I will share the screen with you, my screen with you. And of course, I will try to explain briefly, and then we'll leave your questions till the end to be discussed, okay? Just briefly, I will summarize the way we should pronounce these suffixes. Then we'll move to discussion. So can you see now? Okay. Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So as you can see in here, we
Yes.
have. Yes, good. So as you can see in here, when we talk about spoken English in here, we're talking more about pronunciation of words, of certain suffixes, etc. So for today, we're going to see the pronunciation of the S and the ED suffix endings in English. The S may be found in the plural, like when I say cat, cats, dog, dogs, etc. And it may be found in the third person singular, like when I conjugate a verb like I speak, you speak, he speaks, she speaks, she eats. So the S in here has, of course, different pronunciation depending on the word. As I said, the past tense in English for regular verbs. As you know, for the past tense, Okay, the past tense rule states that whenever you want to conjugate a verb in the past, so for regular verbs, you should add the ed to the verb. Like when I say, I walk, I walked. Okay, so like when I say, I dig, I digged. Okay, so ed in here is added in order to express the simple past. So ed is a grammatical morpheme. It is a suffix.
I'm
But
sorry,
this,
teacher.
yes, please.
Sorry to bother you. What's a morpheme? Can you be specific?
Yes. So a morpheme is a bound element. Okay, a morpheme is a bound element that is attached to the word. It may be in the end. It may be at the beginning. Okay, so you will see this in morphology, but in here, a morpheme is a suffix. Okay, it's a bound. What does it mean bound? That is, it is attached to the word. It should have a word. It is dependent on a word. Like when I say I walk, I walked. Ed in here is a morpheme. Okay, so morpheme is if I explain it using linguistic terms. Could you please deactivate your microphone? Thank you. So a morpheme is a minimal unit of a language. Okay, it's a minimal unit of a language. It is a meaningful unit. It has a meaning, but it cannot stand on its own. Okay, like ed cannot stand on its own. So we have free morphemes and we have bound morphemes. When I say cats, cats. So here, if I divide this word into its parts, I would obtain cat and ss or s sound. So cat in here is the free morpheme. Okay, it has a meaning. It's a minimal unit of a language. That is, you cannot divide it more. If not, you will have just sounds. Okay, so this is a free morpheme, but s in here is a bound morpheme. Bound because it cannot stand on its own. But still, this s in here in cats has a meaning. It has a meaning of the plural. It has a grammatical content of the plural in English. Okay, do you get the meaning? So morphemes are minimal, meaningful units of a language. Okay, and they can be free or bound. Okay. So
Yes,
if
thank you.
so in here, when I say minimal unit of a language, that is, you take the word and you try to divide it. Okay, you try to divide it into minimal units, and meaningful units. But when you take cat, for example, and you try to divide it more, you'll have no sense. You'll have just speech sounds or phonemes. Okay, so morphemes may be either free or bound. So in here, let's see the pronunciation of the bound morphemes or the bound, and the morpheme is maybe a suffix. Okay, maybe a suffix or an affix. Okay, so here we have suffixes. You'll see morphemes in morphology, inshallah, in your S4. Okay, so pronunciation of the S and the ED suffixes. So here, let's start with the S suffix. So the morpheme, we call it morpheme S. Okay, as I said in here, it's a bound morpheme because it's a suffix that is attached to the word, and it cannot stand on its own. That's why we call it bound morpheme. So of the third person singular, like when I say he works, okay, if I divide the word works into two parts, I can say work, it's a free morpheme, and se is a bound morpheme. Okay, and also this bound morpheme, which is se, is called suffix. Why? Because it occurs in the end of the word. A bound morpheme attached to the word in the end, okay, is a suffix. Okay, so the S in here is found in the third person singular in English. It is found in the plural. okay, like books. It is also found, this S is found in the genitive or possessive, like John's, Mary's, etc. Yes, please. Yes. Can you see the screen? No problem up to now?
Yes, we can see it clearly.
Okay. Can you see me? Yes. No problem?
Yes, we can
Yes, we
see.
do.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So as I said, that this S in here, you find it in the third person singular, you find it in the plural, you find it in the possessive or the genitive, like John's. Okay, you find the end of the contraction, like when I say he is, he's. Okay, he is, he is. So this S in English has different pronunciation depending on the words. Okay, depending on the sound that precedes. Okay, so for example, take just the word, for example, cat. Okay, and cats, dog. What's the plural of dog? How do you pronounce when I say cat? Okay,
Dog.
no,
Dogs. Dogs. Dogs.
yes. When I pronounce
But
cat, cats,
dogs.
cat, cats, dog, dogs. What's the sound that you hear for the S? Normally normally the rule is to add the S in the plural. But while pronouncing this S, it's not always pronounced as S, but it might be pronounced S in cats. It might be pronounced as Z in dogs. You don't say ducks. You say dogs, dogs. Okay, with Z sound. And it might be pronounced with is, like when I say slices, slices. Okay, is. Okay, so here, judges. Okay, judges. You feel that we have three types of pronunciation relevant or related to the S of the plural or of the singular, okay, or the contraction. So this S has three types of pronunciations. Let's see the examples then. So the S may be pronounced as is. You see in here? Here we have is. So where do we use this is? Look at the words in here. Here we have slice. In the plural, so you see the transcription here, we have slices, slices. So here we have the transcription, phonetic transcription that shows you how to pronounce the word. So here we have slices, brushes. So you see churches, wages. So you see in here the end. So what do we have in the end? Normally we have here the plural, okay? Plural. So in here, the S is pronounced as is, okay? But we pronounce it as is, namely after certain sounds like sh, like s, like ch in churches, like j in wages. Okay, so you see the pronunciation, it depends. Okay, we pronounce it is, okay, depending on the sound of the preceding consonant. That is, here the sounds are s, sh, ch, and j. So automatically we add that vowel, which is e, okay, short vowel, e, before z. Why? Why do we pronounce it as slices, brushes? Why? Because there is a cluster of consonants. That is, I cannot say ch, ch. No. Why? Because we have ch, we have here, if you follow, we have s and s, two sounds that are similar. That is, there is a cluster of consonants. So when there is a cluster of consonants that are similar in terms of production, so it seems even at the level of pronunciation, it seems very difficult to pronounce them direct pronunciation is difficult in here. I can't say slices, churches, which you can't. So that's why you find that we have that vowel in here, e. This vowel in here, look at the phonetic transcription here. So the vowel in here, like it breaks, the vowel breaks the cluster of consonants. So you see s and z. You see in here sh and j. Here sh and z, etc. J and z. Why? Because these consonants are nearly the same or similar in terms of the organ of production, in terms of the speech organ that produces them. Okay, which means that it's difficult in terms of pronunciation. That's why in here we find that the s of the plural is pronounced as is after sibilant consonants, which are s, sh, ch, and sh. What do we mean by sibilants? What do we mean by sibilants or sibilant consonants? Sibilants, okay, are sounds that make, while produced, that make a certain sound, certain hissing sound. Okay, when I say s, sh, 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 so you see in here that these sounds make a certain noise, okay, while producing them. That's why they are called sibilants. So here, while having sibilants and a combination of a cluster of sibilants, you cannot produce them. Okay, that's why we use the e and we pronounce the s of the plural as is. So this is the first context of the first pronunciation. So the s may be pronounced as is, it may be pronounced as s in here after a voice. So here, look at in here. We have packs, raids, laughs, laughs, and we have taps. Please deactivate your microphones. Thank you. Yes. Yes. So here we have yes, Usama bin Sassi, yes, please deactivate your microphone. Thank you.
Sorry, teacher.
Okay. So let's go back there. So as I said, we can pronounce it as is, or we can pronounce it as s, sorry. So in here, like when I say cat, cats, map, maps, okay? So the s of the plural is pronounced as s in the end. Why? Because it is preceded by consonants, okay, that are voiceless. Okay, preceded by consonants that are voiceless, or we call them also unvoiced. What do we mean by voiceless sound? I explained this before. There is a distinction between voiced consonants or voiced sounds and voiceless or unvoiced consonants. So voiceless consonants involve no vibration. Voiceless consonants involve no vibration of the vocal cords, while voiced consonants involve certain vibration of the vocal cords. So if you just put your yes.
Teacher,
Yes.
can you repeat, please? I can't listen quite clearly, please.
Yes, please. If you want me to repeat, please just try to deactivate your microphones so that you can hear me clearly. Okay? Okay, I will repeat this point. I said that in English we have voiced and voiceless sounds. What do we mean? Yes, please. Yes, please.
It's a I think it's because of connection. It's not because of microphones.
Are you talking about my connection? It's good. My connection is good. Maybe yours. Okay. So here, can you hear me? No problem.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, now.
Okay, so
Can hear you.
deactivate and okay, deactivate your microphones and let me carry on. Okay, thank you. So as I said in here, when we talk about English sounds, or when we talk about sounds in general, we distinguish between voiced and voiceless sounds. Okay, so voiced and voiceless sounds, please. Can you see now? Okay. So as I said, voiceless sounds are the sounds that involve no vibration of the vocal cords. And voiced sounds involve the vibration of a vocal cords. So if you just take in here and touch your larynx in here, okay, just up to the Adam apple, just in here, just try it and try to produce V sound while trying to do this. What do you feel? You feel like a vibration. Okay, this vibration is that of the vocal cords. So this vibration in here leads to the production of voiced sounds. Like V is a voiced sound, J is a voiced sound, B is a voiced sound, G is a voiced sound. While when you pronounce, for example, you pronounce F, you feel no vibration. Okay, so you feel no vibration while pronouncing f, just f, sh. Okay, here no vibration. So this is the difference between voiced and voiceless sounds in English. So going back to the S of the plural, so it can be pronounced as S sound after voiceless consonants. What are the voiceless consonants in English in here? Like we have F, we have K, we have P, and we have T. So if you pronounce backs, you feel rates, laughs, taps. So you see in here that we pronounce S after voiceless sounds. Okay, so we have K in here in packs. We have K, we have T, we have F, we have P. So we pronounce it as S. The third pronunciation of the S of the plural, so the plural or the S of the third person singular, that's the same thing. Okay, same pronunciation. So here we can pronounce it as Z. That is the S of the plural morpheme. Like it becomes Z in other contexts. Okay, or in other contexts, like in here, like boys, girls, clothes, Johns. Okay, so you see here we have also the possessive or genitive. We say possessive or genitive. So the end or the last in here, sorry. So here, as I said, the S of the plural or the possessive or the third person singular is pronounced as Z. Okay, why? Because it is preceded by voiced sounds. So remember, when the S is preceded by voiceless sounds like T, K, F, etc., it is pronounced as S. But when it is preceded by voiced sound by a voiced sound, so in this case you can it is pronounced as Z. Remember, S after voiceless sounds and Z after voiced sounds. The voiced sounds in English are simple. So you have just, I will show you a way to remember the sounds in English. So voiceless sounds are p, t, g, and then we have b, d, g, which is the voiced class. Okay, so here we have what do we have in here? Boys, e in here. Sorry, the vowel oi, boys. So the vowel in here is a voiced sound. All vowels are voiced. Okay, when you say oh and you touch in here, you can feel a vibration. So all vowels are voiced. Okay, this is why we use vowels in songs. Then we have girls. Here we have L sound. L sound is a voiced consonant. That's why the S of the plural is pronounced as Z. Then in here we have some voiceless sounds like th and v and f. They become voiced when the S suffix is added. So sometimes you can see here. Look at the word in here. Look at the words here. Here, consider the words here. We have path. Th is a voiceless sound or unvoiced. That is, it's a voiceless sound. But if you add the S to this voiceless sound, the sound th becomes the. So do you see the difference? Like when I say bath, here the sound is voiceless, but if we add the plural morpheme, please deactivate your microphones. Yes, Wissal Jafiri, please deactivate your microphone. Thank you. Okay, so as I said, that there are some voiceless sounds like th and f. Here in path, knife, th is voiceless, f is voiceless. So if we want to add the plural, so automatically we'll add the S, but the pronunciation is not the same because this voiceless sound becomes voiced. That is, we say baths. Okay, here the bats, beds. Okay, we have knife, knives. You see that the F becomes V, and automatically when it becomes V voiced, we don't pronounce S, we pronounce the end, suffix ending as Z. Okay? So this is all for the plural morpheme or the plural suffix or the third person singular morpheme, that is he speaks, like he speaks, he works, etc. So, or the genitive. So the S is pronounced in three ways to summarize. Either it is pronounced as is, and here it is after sibilants or sounds that make noise, or hissing sound, like s, ch, sh, j, or it is pronounced as s when preceded by voiceless sounds or consonants, or it may be pronounced as z when it is preceded by voiced sounds. Remember, voiced sounds or consonants are those that are produced with the vibration of the vocal cords, while voiceless sounds or consonants are those that are produced by voiceless sounds are produced with no vibration, while voice sounds are produced with the vibration of the vocal cords. Okay, so these are the main contexts in which the S is pronounced. If we move to the ED, okay, of course, when I talk about the ED of the simple past, here I'm talking about regular verbs, not irregular verbs. Okay, regular verbs in English. Okay, regular verbs in English take the ED in the simple past. Okay, they take the ED. Like when I say I walk, I walked. I work, I worked. Okay, so but if I say I sleep, I would say I slept because it is irregular verb. But ed in here is added to the verb, namely when the verb is regular. This is the regular rule that all verbs should take the ed, sorry, in English. But for the verbs which do not take the ed are called irregular verbs. So I'm talking in here about the pronunciation of the ed morpheme, of the ed suffix that is attached to the regular verbs. So the morpheme ed of the past, of course, it has three types of pronunciations, or three different pronunciations. So here, when I talk about the morpheme ed of the simple past of regular verbs, or you might find also this ed in the past participle. When I say, I have worked. So here worked is a participle, okay? And this participle takes the ed. So both the tense, the regular tense, past tense of verbs, you use ed, and also you use it for past participle. I have worked, I have walked, okay? I have traveled, okay? Or I had traveled. So in here, the ed is marked on the past participle. So the ed is also pronounced in three different ways depending on the preceding consonants. That is, the position of the ed is very important in the word because it depends, the pronunciation depends namely on the preceding, that is on the consonant that it precedes. Okay? Okay? So the first pronunciation of ed when it is attached to the verbs, so is that it is pronounced as you can see in here, id. Where do we pronounce it? So look at the examples here. We don't say painted. Painted. Normally id in here. Painted. You see the phonetic transcription. Painted. Okay. Founded, wanted, rounded. So you see the pronunciation in here? So the ed is pronounced in here as it. Why? Why? Because when preceded by the t or d, so you have, okay, when preceded by t or d, the ed morpheme of the past tense in English is pronounced as id. This is the same case because of the plural. Why? Because here we have the cluster of consonants. Okay, cluster of consonants that are nearly similar in terms of production. So when I say painted, can you see painted? Painted without this e. So it seems difficult to do that. Or founded, so you cannot. So rounded, so we see that the cluster of, here we have a cluster of two consonants that are produced from the same, by the same speech organ, or that they are similar in terms of speech production. That's why we add this e, which is a short vowel, to break the cluster of consonants, okay? Because we would have just t and d. So that's why we have inserted this e to break the cluster of consonants. So after t and d, automatically we produce id. Then we have another pronunciation of the ed of the past morpheme, past tense morpheme, which is t. Where? So it is after unvoiced or voiceless consonants. So we have voiceless consonants like f, k, p, s, ch, and sh. So if I read these words in here, I can say clapped, not clapped. So clapped. So you see the transcription here. We have p and t. Brushed. We have sh and t. Laughed. We have f and t. Then we have wished. We have f and t. Sh, sorry, and t. So what do you notice? Whenever the ed is preceded by a voiceless consonant, like in here p, or sh, or f, or f, or sh in here. So whenever it is preceded by a voiceless consonant, so it is produced or it is pronounced as t. like clapped, brushed. So you see in here, why? Because the preceding consonant is a voiceless sound. Okay. So the other pronunciation of the ed is the d. Okay. Why am I explaining this lesson? Simply because many students in English, many students are confused as to how to pronounce the ed or the suffix endings of words, and they make this mistake. So since you are English students, okay, and you're doing English studies, so that would be better if you know the different pronunciations of the suffix endings instead of making mistakes. Okay, so in here we have the ed is pronounced as it. Okay, it's pronounced as it, of course, when preceded by t and t. It's pronounced as t when preceded by voiceless consonants. Voiceless consonants in English are f, k, p, s, j. Then it's pronounced as d in other cases, but of course the case is clear. It's pronounced as d when preceded by voiced consonants. Okay, voiceless consonants, j, and then voiced consonants. I can add it in here. Okay, so as voiced consonants, it's very important. I will add it in here. It's very important, not in other cases, but normally in cases where the morpheme ed is preceded by voiced consonants. What are the voiced consonants in here? Look, earned, earned. So here we have n sound. N sound is a voiced sound. Okay, it involves a vibration of the vocal cords. Carried. So you see in here, this E in here is the vowel, and the vowel is a voiced sound. Changed. So changed. So you see, j is a voiced sound. Yes, please.
Sorry
Yes.
for interrupting. Are vowels always voiced or voiced?
Yes. Yes. I said that all vowels are voiced. Okay, they are voiced. Like use vowels in songs. So we use vowels in songs like ah, ooh. So we feel that they are voiced. Vowels are not voiceless. All vowels are voiced. So
I'm
vowels.
sorry, teacher,
Yes.
but I'm sorry. In the word carried, did we just add the D or the it sound? Because I'm a bit confused there.
No. Here we add just the the d sound. Why? Because we have to carry. It ends normally with y, and when if we want to make the past tense of verbs that end with y, the y changes to e. So it's part of the word in here. It's not part of the suffix. Do you get the point? So here we have the word carry. So if I want to put carry, which ends normally with y, so if I want to put it into the past, so automatically the y changes to e. Okay, so carried. So if I add this y in here, okay, y changes to e plus, then we add the ed morpheme. If we here, if we transcribe it, we have carried. This is not ed like it. This is d, because this y of carry changes to e, and e is a voiced consonant. Then I would pronounce the ed morpheme as d in here. Okay. So here,
When we change, can I tell?
sorry.
When we change the Y into E, do we call it unisyllable, right?
Yes.
Because I heard it in a...
Yes. Yes. So we'll see the
Interesting.
syllables. It's good. So we'll see the syllables later on. Okay, just not to confuse you. Okay. So here we have to carry. Like if I say, for example, carry. Okay. So this word ends with e. If I want to put like plus ed, sorry, plus ed. So I would obtain like, where is it? So I would obtain, and of course the y turns into I. Then we add the ed. So you see, then we add the ed in here. So automatically we have carried. So this e in here is a vowel, okay? And this vowel automatically is a voice sound. Automatically we're going to pronounce the ed morpheme as d. Okay? Do you understand? You're following?
Yes.
Good. So here we have the same case for changed. So here we have j, and j is a voice sound. Automatically the ed is pronounced as d. Harm, harmed, harmed. At the ed, it is pronounced as d. So these are the main. Different pronunciation of the ed and the s of the plural or third person singular or genitive or possessive or contraction. Okay, so it seems important to know these different pronunciations of suffix ending. Okay, so do you have any question? Yes.
No, it's clear, Professor.
Is it clear for all of you?
Yeah, it's clear, teacher. It's clear.
Okay, shall we practice just one exercise together, if you like?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like,
Okay.
yes, teacher.
Okay. So deactivate your microphone. I will share.
Yes, teacher.
Please, I will do.
Yes.
Okay, we shall share. We'll share an exercise. Okay, and we'll practice the exercise just orally. Then after that, of course, it's available at the Univ platform, and it will be available at the e-learning platform of the faculty. You can download it and do the exercises. Do the exercise and try to send it to me via the Univ platform. Okay, try to do that. Okay. That will be taken into consideration in your assessment. Okay, moving now to the exercises. So the exercises here on suffix endings, the first exercise. So what do you have? Write the sound.
Judges, watches,
Okay,
lights,
please,
knives.
please, we won't start. Okay, I will give you the floor to do it. Just let me read the question or the assignment. Okay, thank you. So we have here, write the sound s, z, or is next to the following words, which means these are the three pronunciation, okay, allophones or allomorphs, I think, allomorphs in here. Three different pronunciations of the S, okay, of the plural or third person singular or genitive or contraction. So if we start by the first word, so you have here the S of the plural, okay? So we have the S also in a tense in here, a tense. Here we have the S of the third person singular. So we see. So how do we pronounce? What is the sound in here? Okay, that is next to these words.
Teacher,
Yes.
can I read?
Yes, please, you can. But please try to introduce your name, state your name, and start.
Okay. I'm Hajar.
Yes, Hajar.
1. Judges.
What's the sound that is in the end?
It.
Hmm?
Is.
Is. Good. Yes.
2. Lives.
Mhm. What's the sound?
Z.
Z sound. Good. Next, any
3.
other student?
Okay.
Can I read, Professor?
Yeah. Yes. Introduce your name, please.
My name is Layla Al-Haddani.
Yes, Leila.
The third word is plates.
Mhm.
The sound is S.
Not S. S sound.
Plates.
Mhm. S
Four.
sound.
Okay.
Mhm.
Glasses. The
Mhm.
sound is
Is. Good. Next student. Anyone else,
Can I
please? Yes.
My name is Umayma Hatoli.
Yes.
Uh,
Mama.
Watches. We pronounce is. S is.
Is. Yes.
Attends. We pronounce S. The S.
No. Attends.
Attends.
Mhm. What's the sound pronounced in the end?
I guess it is.
Z sound,
Yes.
because you have the, which is a voiced sound. Automatically, what is after is a voiced sound, which is Z. Yes, please. Next, another student for number 5.
Teacher,
Yes,
can I read?
yes, please.
I am
Tapes.
Sarah.
Yes, number 8.
Books. It's
Book, books. Yes.
Book, yes.
S sound. Yes. Number 10.
Can I?
Yes.
I'm Abir Hamdan.
Yes.
Wise. It's
Mm.
the
Z. What about number 5? Yes, number 5.
It's breathe.
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 The S sound.
S or Z?
S.
No. So do we pronounce this word with th or the? With the.
The. Okay. Breath.
Yes. Yes, breathe. It's z sound. Breathes. We don't say breathes. Okay, we say breathes. Z, because it's a the sound, not the sound. Okay. Shall we? Do you want to practice more? Please do these
Yes.
exercises. Do these exercises and try to redo these exercises for more practice.
Are we gonna to do them all, or are you gonna leave something for us?
Yes, I think I have 3 exercises. I'll do just
Teacher?
yes,
Excuse me, teacher.
yes, please.
I already did the exercises and I sent them.
Good. That's great job. That's good. So here,
Professor, I have a question. Excuse me.
yes, please.
From
I
now
think
on,
so. Sorry to interrupt you, please. So I think we shall stop here concerning the exercise, so that to leave you the floor, in order to leave you the floor to do them, okay, on your own. But you know now what you should do. You should just specify the last sound, okay, that is pronounced, okay, in the end of these words. And to do that, normally you should do the phonetic transcription of each word. That is, you add the ed and you transcribe the whole word. Try to do that using your dictionaries. Okay, so I think I will leave that for you, and then we'll correct. No problem. So as I said, yes,
Teacher?
yes, please.
When I check the exercises or the homework on ENT,
Mhm.
I found that there is an old date, like if I took 2017.
Okay, I will. No, I will update it. Okay, no problem. just to give you the floor to do it and send it to me there. No problem. Do you have any
Okay.
question?
Professor, we're going to insert them in the ANT platform.
Yes, yes, yes.
University platform.
You should know how to use it. Yes, I prefer that.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir. Do you have any other questions?
Do we have to type the answers or take pictures of our work and then send it as documents?
Sorry for your question. Yes, sir. What is it?
I said, do we have to type our answers or we have to take pictures of our work and then send it to you? I mean,
Normally, if you type your answers, that would be better. That is when you type. I'm not talking about the exam because we don't know the way it would be because you should follow the administration. But in here, in my exercise in the platform, I would like it to be that is you type it and you try to download it and send it because you have appropriate icons for that. Okay,
okay.
that would be more professional. Okay, this is not
Yeah.
like. Yes, please.
Do we
Sufyan?
have the right icons for like some sounds like j and ch?
Yes.
Because when I want to type it, I can't find the symbols.
You can't find the symbols. That depends on your laptop. Okay, because you need more. You need certain characters there in your laptop. Okay. So there is, I think, a place there of icon relevant to insertion of characters. Okay, you can look for it. If not, I will try. Yeah, you already have the files that I already sent you at the beginning. The first files related to consonants and vowels. Consonants and vowels. So this file in here may be useful for you. That is, you can just copy the sound and use it. But I think that they are PDF files. You cannot have access. I will send you the same files on consonants and vowels. I will send them to you in a Word format, so that you can take the sound. Okay, you can take the sound and try to insert it wherever you want, especially when you transcribe. Okay, this would be very helpful to you. I will.
This is what I'm doing right now. I'm just copying and pasting everything. But I'm talking about online tests or online exams. Am I allowed to do that?
No, please, concerning the exams, I won't talk about the exams because we don't know, we have no idea about the process and how it would work. Okay, so we'll talk about this later on. So now let's talk practically speaking concerning the course. What do you need? Now, do you have any question? Okay.
No question.
If it is all clear.
Yes.
So,
Yes, so clear.